Thank you. So, good morning. In fact, good noon to all of you. And respected Provost, Professor Sinha, respected Madam Vishwajanani, Professor Ramnarayanji, and all other faculty members and dear friends. Actually, Madam has, explained a lot about the traditional system of medicine, because decadial from where it was started. I was doing MD, I remember very well, that first time that turmeric was patented in USA, and that guy was from the India, and he tried to patent it, and from that the story started. And then Indian government realized that our neem and haldi, and then gradually all those things will go to the patent, US patent and all those things. So there was a need. They tried to defend that the traditional, this turmeric is our traditional knowledge, and it should not, means it cannot be given the patent, but they didn't believe in that. So government of India realized that we need to develop a library where you can say that this is our traditional knowledge, and that's how that project was started, and that's how that was started first with the Ayush, and later on it spread to the other fields. So our traditional knowledge is a vast, and Ayurved is one of it. All of you just know about the Ayurveda. What is Ayurveda? Some herbs, some potions, some rituals. That's all. And Vaidya says that you should not eat this, you should not eat that, and refrain from this and that is Ayurveda. That's what we know about the Ayurveda, right? Or if somebody goes in the depth, they will say this is a lifestyle or certain things you have to follow. That is our knowledge. But it's a beautiful science, medical science, or you can say science of life. It's commonly said, because it's not about only treating the disease. And so it is important that we know that how our tradition was reached thousands years ago. It believes in the harmony. It is natural. It is based on herbo minerals, not only herbals. It uses the minerals also. Whatever is in nature, Ayurveda use. Charak says, you might have heard Madam mentioned about Shushrut, but there are three main scientists, you can say, or rishis, or you can say the traditions, Charak, Shushrut, and Vagbhat. Charak was medicine legacy, means Charak was focusing on the medicine basically, and Shushrut was surgeon, so he was basically, means focus was with the surgeries, and Vagbhat, that is known as Ashtangradaya, and that is a combination of both Charak and Shushrut. He balanced around 7th century and give the brief knowledge to the people. So it believes in the equilibrium, that is customized, Prakriti-based, individualized. We will see in the detail what it means, and the balance. Basically, Ayurveda and all Indian system of medicine believes in the balance. Ayurveda and human health. I think this will create a problem with the window. Yeah. So balance of biohumors plays a fundamental role in determining individual's health, right? So Prakriti, body constitution. What is Prakriti? You might have heard. Prakriti, is you might have imagined Prakriti means nature. I'm not talking about the nature. Prakriti is, I'm talking about your genotype and your phenotype. Then it's about disease diagnosis. The method of the diagnosis of the disease is very unique in the Ayurveda and very deep. And then the assessment of imbalance of dosha, then preventive care. Only Ayurveda is a medical science today that talks about the prevention. In the current medical system, means whatever the allopathy or whatever that talks about the disease. They don't talk about the prevention or to be healthy. For the current medical science, if you are not diseased, that means you are healthy. That's not the case. We'll talk in detail later on. Then the detoxification, panchakarma. Everybody have heard about the panchakarma, what it is, but very few knows what is the panchakarma is all about. And then the internal medicine, as I told, means herbals and minerals are being used, and lifestyle counseling, which is being trained today. Now people have started to learn that how important lifestyle is, because if you don't focus on the lifestyle, you are losing the battle. This is the new trend nowadays. Means in the US, this theory has started. P4 medicine. You might have heard or not, I don't know. But it's P4 medicine that is about the preventive, predictive, promotive, and personalized. What we know about the medicine? If we have some problem, you pop this pill or take this antibiotic or take this medicine, and that's all. But medicine, actually, field of the medicine or field of the health starts very well in advance, and that Ayurveda was knowing very well. Now this science has started to recognize this thing, that it is very important. In Ayurveda, if I have a common cold, means zukham hua, right? Then the medicine for me will be the totally different prescription. And somebody else of you has a common cold, then the medicine, maybe the line of the treatment may be the different. Why? Because your age, from where you have born, what is your prakruti, all this will be considered, and then you will be given the treatment. So this is the personalized treatment. Pointer. This is the personalized treatment. Now the medical science has started to realize just that there is a need of the personalized treatment. But our ancient system of medicine was knowing very well about that personalized medicine is required. You are aware that somebody will have a effect of certain antibiotic very well, with where to the other person it is not suiting. For him, it is useless. Somebody required 500 mg paracetamol to control the fever. Somebody requires 650 mg, and then even it is not being coming under the control. Somebody eats, the chili, 2-3 chilies, and he's comfortable. And somebody will have a half chili and he'll jumping. Right? Why this is happening? This is personalized thing. Every individual is a different entity, and Ayurveda deals a person as a different entity while deciding about the diet, while deciding about your daily lifestyle, while deciding about the medicine and disease, everything. And above all, Ayurveda believes that if you need a treatment, that is the worst condition. Why you have reached to that condition that you got disease? You have many chances to block that condition that you get disease. There are 6 stages they have mentioned. When I'll talk about the disease, I'll talk in the detail about that. There are 6 stages of the where you get the disease. From the first stage, if you are aware, then you can stop the disease there only, taking the further process, and then you are healthy. You are not going to enter in the disease condition. So that is called Shadvid Kliyakal, means all 6 steps, and that comes in the predictive and preventive. All Rasayan and Vajikaran, she was when speaking my bio, uh, she mentioned that I have expertise in Rasayan and Vajikaran. Maybe a new word for you, because most of you know the Rasayan means chemicals, but it's not chemicals. Rasayan, I'll explain what Rasayan is. And it is the preventive thing. And Ayurveda believe that you should focus here, and if you will focus there, you'll never get disease. So, what is Ayurveda? Ayu means life, and Ved means knowledge. It is coming from the Veda, and it is the part of the Atharva Veda. Ayurveda is. So, it is coming from the Veda, and is a knowledge of healthy, happy, and balanced life, physically, mentally, and spiritually. Very important, because if you treat person only physically, somebody has some symptoms, and you treat physically only, you are not going to get succeed most of the time. You have to consider his or her mental status, his spiritual level, and all those things, and that helps a lot. It's a holistic approach, and Ayurveda believes from the beginning in that. It's a manual of preventing forthcoming disease, manual of curing chronic diseases, the most oldest organized traditional medicine, which has history of continuous practice of more than 5,000 years. The contemporary system of medicine, how long it has been invented and existing since. Do you have any idea? No? Yeah, he's very right. 200 years history. Whatever is developed since 200 years. Where the Ayurveda and yoga and all our traditional system of medicine has developed since evolved since 5,000 years, and these 5,000 years matters a lot. It's not like that your mom will tell that you should eat this, or you should not eat this, or you should eat this in the moderation. You cannot eat this frequently. All these things, definitely your mom's giving instructions to you. From where it is coming? It is coming from the Ayurveda. It is in our traditional knowledge. Ayurveda has been imbibed in our lives, our food habits, our lifestyle, our rituals, all are based on the Ayurveda. Many things, like I would give the example of Ekadashi. You are doing Ekadashi. Why you are doing Ekadashi? If you are told about Ekadashi, you will think it's a very religious thing and all these things. No, dear friends, many things in our religion came from the Ayurveda, because in ancient time, all the people were not going to the school, and they were not having the routine system of schooling or education. How to communicate to them about the health, about all the things? Religion was the only way to reach them, and through religion, they reach to them that if you do Ekadashi, then you will have a punya. पुण्य कमाएंगे, यू विल गो टू स्वर्ग. स्वर्ग आई डोंट नो ऊपर है कि नहीं, बट यहाँ तो है. इफ यू नरक भी यहाँ है, if you don't follow all those things. And that's why if you fast once in a 15 days, आपका मेटाबॉलिज्म बहुत अच्छा रहेगा. there is a Nobel in 2014 from the one Japanese scientist got, intermittent fasting. You might have heard about that intermittent fasting, and that is हमारे में तो सदियों से लिखा है, पर हमें कोई we don't have a value about it. Fasting is something religious. It's not science, because we do not notice it. Our Our rituals, our traditional are so strong and so scientific, but we don't believe because in our minds are also hammered in that way. Whatever is written in the English is scientific, and whatever is written in the Sanskrit or some other language, we have doubt, right? That may be a story or that may be a epics, and ठीक है, लिखा है, किसी ने पेड़ के नीचे बैठ के लिख दिया होगा, ख्याल आया. It's not like that, dear friends. At least with Ayurveda, I can say that it is pure scientific. And how I can say this? Because when I was studying Ayurveda, there were a lot of questions in my mind. And when I came to the teaching and research, and I started to work on the principles of the Ayurveda to understand the things, and I was astonished how they were knowing this. Even I would say that today's science is not developed enough to prove the principles of the Ayurveda. I will say when we'll go to further slides. What is the base of Ayurveda? I'll give us just glimpses, right? Pancha Mahabhuta. Have you heard about the Pancha Mahabhuta? It's not about the Bhuta. It's a Pancha Mahabhuta means Prithvi, Jal, Tej means Agni, Vayu and Akash, right? It's about earth, water, fire, and air, and or wind, and ether, you can say, or space, whatever you can say. So all the things existing on the earth, or you can say in the universe, is made of these 5 elements. Basic physics or science, you say. Any of the thing you take, it is made of it. And Ayurveda says that yatha prinde tatha brahmande. Whatever existing in the cosmos is existing in your body. And whatever happens in your body or whatever you are doing, it has an impact on the universe. Means whatever is happening in the universe, it has an impact on your body, and whatever you are doing has an impact on the universe. It's very clear. And so when we talk about today about the sustaining development goals, if you have heard the word declared by the WHO, when you are talking about the sustaining development goals, this is very important. Because you cannot live in the, your solitaire that whatever is suitable to me, I'll do, and nothing will happen to me. No. If you want take care, the crocodiles will come in the street. That is going to happen. We cannot say that I am not responsible why they are coming. It is interlinked. Everything, whatever is happening, it is interlinked, and we are also equally responsible. So Pancha Mahabhuta combined process properties, guna. From the Pancha Mahabhuta, there are certain permutation and combination, and then gunas means ruksha guna, snigdha guna, tikshna guna. You have heard these things, Snigdha means soft and smooth and having a unctuous nature, or ruksh means dry. All this kind of, suppose ruksh is having a Vayu Mahabhut and Prithvi Mahabhut. Then Ayurveda goes in depth. Even, ruksh and khar. Khar you have heard? Fine, somebody has at least heard about that. Khar. Ruksh is a degree. Khar is a more, means excessive dry. There is a dry land. Right, I'll give one example. There is a dry land. And one land you will see when there is a drought, there are pieces of the land, That is khar, extreme of the dryness. So, and then there is a parush, that is also kind of dryness. There is a limit of the time, so I won't go into detail, but they have they have divided, they have, go up to that depth that which Mahabhut is dominant in what, and according to that they have done classification, and all the treatment was based on this Panch Mahabhut. If you have increased Prithvi, they will give you treatment which increase you in your body the Agni Mahabhut or Vayu Mahabhut, so they will balance the Prithvi. It will come down. Prithvi means, if you will say, I will divide further in the Vat, Pit, Kaph. Vat means Vayu and Akash. Then Pit means mainly Agni. But that Vayu and Akash is also there. And then the Kapha means mainly Jala and Prithvi. Right? So when there is an imbalance, if the increase of the Kapha in your body, that means Jala and Prithvi Mahabhut has increased in your body. So we have to balance it. We have to reduce them. We have to increase other Mahabhut. We want to go for the treatment to reduce them. We will increase other one. So automatically it will be balanced. That's how it is balanced, and very beautifully. Even I don't know the name of the disease, what has occurred to you. If I listen to the symptoms and sign, and I'll decide that Vata or Pitta or Kapha, what imbalance is there, and I will accordingly decide the diet, decide the drugs, and if I give it, it will balance it, and you are healthy. That's the thing. Even Charak says that even if you don't know the name of the disease, need not to be shy. If you know what Pitta Kapha, and if you know all the properties of the drugs, then you can treat the patient. How beautiful it is! It was made so simple. I believe that Ayurveda and all other our traditional knowledge were made so simple that you need not to have a laboratories or any other external helps, and you can decide primarily by your own. I would say what has happened with Ayurveda, usually to our MD scholars, I will give one example. That when the computer was invented, what was the side of the computer? This big room, right? And now you have a mobile which is more powerful than those days computer, that big computer, right? It's almost computer. But one thing happened. Have you seen the movie 2012? If somebody has, right? What happened? The upper crust of the earth destroyed, and there was water all over the earth, and only 2 ships were having whatever knowledge on that ship was existing. And after 10 years, somebody has that laptop or mobile in their hand and somehow it runs. He will wonder, this new generation will wonder how it comes, how it's working, how it is doing all these things. Hoga na? The same thing has happened with the Ayurveda. Medical science has been made so simplified that a common person also can understand, can follow, and can judge the condition. And at the remotest place, we can manage the patient with the help of the medicine. And whatever is available around them, you need not to import the drugs from the US. Whatever is available around, you can manage the person. That was the simplification made by our scientists. All the rishis were scientists. वो संस्कृत में ऋषि कहते थे, पर वो they were scientists. In Ayurveda, if you read Charak Samhita, I would give if somebody is interested, they can, we have at ITRA, with the help of one rheumatologist in USA, Dr. Gopal Vasisht, I must compliment him, because he has spent all the fund. We have developed the Charak Samhita online, charaksamhitaonline.com. On that you can read the Charak Samhita. And there he has mentioned all these things. I forgot from what I was talking about. I forgot all the point. What I wanted to say. So you can read the Charak Samhita and you will get. I was talking about that in the 12th chapter, Sutra Sthan, Charak Samhita. They have mentioned that Agnivesh, Rishi Agnivesh used to call all the rishis from all over the world, and he will have a conference in the Himalayas somewhere, and then they will discuss all these principles and theories, and every rishi will have their opinion about that, and then ultimately Atreya or Agnivesh will give the final word that this is the final and this everybody will accept, and that's how they used to do what today modern science is doing or modern technique is doing. So it was not like that somebody was sitting under the tree and it was developed. After vast experience, they have developed this, and it has given in the simple form to us. So that is about Vat Pitta Kapha, as I told. Then the equilibrium maintained, that swasth, if not disease. Swasth, complete sense of health, physical, mental, social, and spiritual well-being. Now you know the word swasth. You know the meaning. Swastha, being with yourself. Swastha. Right? Now, if you go to the definition of the WHO about the healthy person, now they have changed, because many a time this has been spoken, and so they have include these things. But what is health according to Ayurveda? Health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely an absence of the disease or infirmity. Many a time you might have felt, you will go to the doctor that I'm not feeling well. What he will do, he will prescribe some tests to you. You will go to the pathology lab, and then they will check all the tests. Everything is normal, and they will say you don't have any problem. You are fine. But you will say, no, I am not fine. I am not feeling well. What is the problem? There the health comes. If you have some disease, and treatment is given to you, temperature is gone, and every lab tests are okay, but then even you don't feel that it's okay. What's the reason? Yeah, actually everything is not in the place in your body, right? So it is about the equilibrium of dosha, normalcy of dhatu, good digestive power, that is Agni, your metabolism, how your metabolism is. Then the proper excretion of the waste products, malas, means every day your bowel movement is very good. हमें शायद ही आदत है कि every day if we don't go for the bowel movement, we feel that something is wrong. But you know the definition of the constipation? When it will be called you are constipated. Do you have idea? No. If you go to the text of the modern medicine, if even for 5 days you don't go for the bowel movement, you are not constipated. That is the Western definition of the constipation. They don't have idea about this. And if you have a 3 days constipation, you won't feel good, right? You won't feel to eat, you won't feel good. But if you go to the doctor that I'm not feeling good, you're perfectly fine. But you're not perfectly fine. That is the subtle difference in this health definition it comes. Samadosha samagnischa samadhatu malakriya prasanna atma indriya mana swastha ityabhidiyate. All your humors are in balance, equipoise. Then samadhatu, all your tissues are in normal condition. Your bowel movement is fine. Then your atma is prasanna. Wherever you are working, you are happy. You are happy with your environment, happy with your colleagues and everything. And proper functioning of senses. All your 5 senses are working in proper way, and pleasant of mind. prasanna atma indriya man, your mind is also happy, then you are called swasth, healthy. If any of these parameters you are not fulfilling, that means you are not healthy. And that means first stage of disease, you have provided the platform from where the disease starts. So how beautiful this is, every minute point they have included. Then the concept of the Prakriti. This is very important concept. Everybody have heard. What's Prakriti? Actually, it's a knowing genotype with the help of the phenotype. Knowing genotype with the help of the phenotype. I have worked with the IGIB about this Prakriti, and what on the basis of the phenotypes, what genotypes can be done, and very soon the paper will come. Means by your physical attributes and your some habits and your nature, we can say that is what is your genotype, what disease you may get, what kind of the diet you should avoid, what kind of the work you should avoid, what kind of the work will most suits to you, and what one suits not suits to you, where you should go, where you should not go, what kind of the clothes you should wear, what kind of the diet you should take. Everything you can say by the Prakriti. It is well defined. As I said, that if you have a Pitta Prakriti, and if you will eat the chili, you will have a problem. But if you have a Kapha Prakriti, don't bother. If you have a Pitta Prakriti, if you will eat more hot in the nature, आप में से बहुत ने महसूस किया होगा कि गर्म चाय मैं नहीं पी सकता, बाजू वाला फट से आया एकदम पी जाएगा, and you will say no, I can't, right? Why? It's a Prakriti. If somebody has a Pitta dominance, he cannot take hot immediately. वो खुद hot है थोड़ा सा. Pitta is Agni Mahabhut. Kapha Prakriti represents Jala and Prithvi. He can take hot, no problem. There is a study, with IGIB, they have conducted the studies. If you go to the higher altitudes, some people won't have hypoxia, but some won't have. Why? Then they go to the genotypes and the Prakriti. They found that if Pitta Prakriti person is there, if he goes to altitudes, he won't have hypoxia. But Kapha and Vata will have hypoxia. So, because Pitta, as I told, represents the Agni, hot inside. So, he can manage with the cold weather. When high altitude, it's a cold weather. And he can manage. But the Kapha and Vata cannot. So, this is beautiful science, Prakriti particularly. Usually, there is no Vata, Pitta and Kapha only. It is very rare. Very rare. Usually, Vata Pittας, Pitta Kaphas or Vata Kaphas, Prakriti are there. But dominancy is there. That Vata dominancy or Pitta dominancy or Kapha dominancy. Kapha dominance people means, everything आराम से. कोई टेंशन नहीं है, कुछ जल्दी नहीं है, कुछ नहीं भागे जा रहा है. Happy go lucky kind of the people. But on other side, वो उनकी थॉट प्रोसेस भी लंबी चलेगी. दे वॉन्ट फॉरगेट एनीथिंग. आपका कब प्रकृति वाले से झगड़ा हुआ, वो जिंदगी भर भूलेगा नहीं आपको. वो 25 साल के बाद भी आपने उसको एक चोटी काटी थी, ही विल रिमेम्बर कि इसने काटी थी, और वो बिना काटे छोड़ेगा नहीं. दैट इज कफा पर्सन. पित्त पर्सन क्षण दुष्टा क्षणे तुष्टा, एकदम गुस्सा भी हो जाएगा, फिर एकदम शांत भी हो जाएगा. शांत हो जाएगा तो आपको लगेगा कि ये बंदा इतना इसके लिए झगड़ा कर रहा था, अभी तो कुछ नहीं है इसको. ही इज अ पित्त पर्सन. पित्त पर्सन की दूसरी है प्रॉपर्टी की इमीडिएट, वो कुछ देखा, पढ़ा, रटा, वहां जाके छाप आया या बोले आया, तीसरे दिन पूछो कुछ नहीं पता. बट कफा पर्सन इमीडिएट ही कैन नॉट डू एनीथिंग. उसको कहो कि यार तू 1 घंटे में सब करके ले आ, वो हेजिटेट करेगा, ये कहाँ फंस गया. बट उसको टाइम दिया तो वो इतना बढ़िया करके आएगा, एंड फिर फॉर एवर वो कफ वाला जो है वो एकदम परफेक्ट करके आएगा, वो फिर भूलेगा नहीं लंबा टाइम के लिए. सो ऑल दिस एट्रीब्यूट्स आर, वो पूरा प्रकृति का मैं आधा दिन पढ़ा सकता हूँ, इतना सारा है, राइट. सो वी डोंट हैव अ टाइम फॉर दैट, बट इट्स अ ब्यूटीफुल थिंग. You know, the biotechnology students are there. You know, there is a blast of information in genetics, right? But they don't know how to organize and how to interpret. This Prakriti can be the solution to that. It defines everything. And if we just know our Prakriti, there are many things on online, but you don't go for that. Go to the proper Vaidya or proper person to know your Prakriti. But if you know your Prakriti, that will be the best thing. Even if I know your Prakriti, I know your nature even. As I told, that Pit Prakriti person is short temper. Kapha Prakriti, आप उसको 4 गालियां दोगे वो हिलेगा नहीं, 5वीं पे उठेगा पर 4 तक नहीं. पित्त वाला पहली पे उठ जाएगा. और वाता, यू नो द वायु इटसेल्फ, यू कैन नॉट, कभी यहाँ है कभी यहाँ है कभी यहाँ है, यू कैन नॉट से क्या करेगा कब, राइट. सो दैट इज वाता. आप किसी व्यक्ति को देखो कि वो, उसको चैन नहीं है एक जगह पे बैठ के, कभी इधर कभी इधर कभी इधर कभी इधर जंप करेगा उधर जंप करेगा, इस सब्जेक्ट में घुसा इसमें घुसा, स्टेबल नहीं है. ही इज अ वाता काइंड ऑफ थिंग, वाता काइंड ऑफ पर्सन. बट फॉर सर्टेन ड्यूटीज ही इज अ वेरी गुड गाय. मीन्स सर्टेन जॉब वाता इज वेरी गुड. स्पोर्ट्समैन वाता इज वेरी गुड. कफ को आप करोगे तो मुश्किल है. वो पिस्तौल बड़ी तब तक तो वो तो अभी एक स्टेप लिया है, तब तक तो वाता 4 स्टेप चल जाएगा. सो दिस एट्रीब्यूट्स, प्रकृति डिसाइड्स दैट विच इज द बेस्ट फॉर यू. आपने एमआर का जॉब करना है या मार्केटिंग का जॉब करना है, वाता पर्सन इज गुड. बट एक जगह पे बैठ के रिसर्च करना है, 12 घंटे बैठे रहना है कि वो क्या रिजल्ट आया, कफा इज गुड. वाता वाला भाग जाएगा आधे घंटे में कि ये कहाँ फंस गया. सो दीज आर द things they have described very well in Ayurveda, in our traditional knowledge, and we should know, and we can use those tools for uplifting our skills and to maintain the health. So diet, lifestyle and medicine varies according to Prakriti, as I told. Then, you know, आप बहुत सारे बाबा जी को सुनते होंगे, एंड मैनी आपको सबको ये क्वेश्चन होता है कि हाउ आई कैन मेंटेन माय हेल्थ, व्हाट आई शुड डू दैट आई वोंट गेट डिसीज. दिस इज अष्टांग हृदय हैज सेन, नित्यम हिताहार विहार सेवी समीक्षकारी विशेषु असक्त दाता समः सत्यपर क्षमावान आप्तोप सेवी च भवत्य अरोगः. नित्यम हिता आहार विहार सेवी, एवरी डे. हित, ahar, vihar. Ahar means diet. Vihar means whatever you do in your daily life. Hit, what is the good for you, what is suitable to you, because for you hit is something different, for her hit is something different, right? You decide first what is suitable for you, diet and daily routine. You should follow every day. कभी कभी गड़बड़ हो गई तो हो गई, but usually you should follow that. Means everyday exercise, or every day what kind of the diet you should take, what quantity of the diet you should take, everything if you follow. And then samikshakari means he will assess all the things. In everything, usually we are also doing all the day. Be samikshakari means critically you decide this is good for me or not. यहाँ ये लेक्चर चल रहा है, बैठने जैसा है कि दिमाग पकाने का जरूरत नहीं है. तो यू कैन सिट, पीछे कुर्सी पे बैठ जाओ, हैव अ नैप. At least you saved half an hour and you regain the energy. So samikshakari, you assess the situation, act accordingly. Then Vishayushu Asakta. not attached to the subject. I won't say विषय means all the subjects. आपके desires जो भी सभी विषय है, everything, whatever you do is different subjects. विषय शु असक्त. असक्त means not attached. आसक्ति नहीं है उन subjects में, right? तो आपको लगेगा कि क्या बाबा बन जाएंगे, किसी में आसक्ति नहीं रखेंगे, ऐसे कैसे होगा? बिकॉज दैट इज द मोटिव. वो आपको मूव करने के लिए कुछ आपका मोटिव है, तब तो आप कुछ करेंगे कि भाई मैं इफ आई डू PhD आई विल डू गेट द बेटर जॉब, राइट? सो इफ इट इज नॉट देयर, दैट मोटिव इज नॉट देयर, हाउ यू विल डू इट? दिस इज नॉट अबाउट दैट. दिस इज अबाउट ओके इफ यू डिसाइड आपकी समीक्षा में आपको मिला कि इफ यू विल डू PhD यू विल गेट बेटर जॉब. But then the do PhD without any वो जिसको कहते हैं ना चिप के बिना कि I will try my level best, I will do whatever has to be done. But अगर PhD नहीं हुआ तो मैं जिंदगी में दुखी हो जाऊंगा या मेरी जिंदगी लुट गई पीट गई. No आसक्ति, nothing. Do without attachment whatever you do. That's what Gita also says. All the classics are intermingled. थोड़ा थोड़ा इधर उधर सब कुछ है. So don't have asakti if you want to be healthy. Whatever you do your best, give your best, whatever your physical, mental, social strength, that is Krishna is also saying karmanyeva adhikarastu ma phaleshu kadachana, right? What is it? Everybody knows, and that's a very good big stress buster. आपका कर्म यही है कि whatever you have been given or whatever you have to do your best, whatever your capacities. But then what will happen? Never think about that. Leave it up to him. हम फंसते कहाँ हैं? Before we starting doing something, we start to think what will be the result, and where there the problem starts. Whatever you decide after that samiksha, you decided this is the best for me, and then you do it. What will happen? What will be the result? Leave it. Forget about it. So that is asakta, right? Data. Be generous. Give whatever you can. That has been said that in university, whatever you give come back to you, and that is reality. मैं यहाँ कोई बाबा जी वाला भाषण देने नहीं आया हूँ, but that is reality. Even I have experienced that whatever you give, it comes back to you. So be generous. Then samaha, balance अपने आप में. सत्यपरः, truthful. क्षमावान, right? And क्षमावान actually it is not for others. यार मैंने तूने माफ कर दिया तो आपने उस पर कोई कृपा नहीं करी. Actually you did, आपके ऊपर आपने कृपा करी है. Because when you forgive something, आपका स्टोरेज उतना GB फ्री रहेगा, है ना? वो इतना हार्ड डिस्क आपको ज्यादा मिलेगा और वो करप्ट भी नहीं करेगा प्रोग्राम के आपको. So when you forgive, you are blessing yourself. And so Kshamavan. Aptop Sevi. Aptop Sevi means elders or your classics or whatever the knowledge people you believe. आपके फील्ड में जो आपको सबसे बड़े मानते हो कि he is the best guy, he is the vidwan or whatever you say, knowledgeable person. He is called Apt, or your text called Apt. Right? So who is in continuous touch with those kind of people or with the text or all those things? Every time you should do that thing. Cha bhavatya arogaha. If somebody follows all these things, you will never have disease. And you try, and believe me, where you will fall into the disease. And grave disease or certain condition you will never ever have. Another beautiful principle said by the Ayurveda, 3 pillars of the health, traya upastambha, 3 pillars. All your life and health is based on these three pillars. That ahara, nidra and brahmacharya. Ahar, diet. If there is improper diet, there will be many issues, because whatever you eat, your body becomes, your mind becomes. You know very well. I want to go into depth. आजकल क्या हो रहा है? What is happening in ahar? We don't follow Ayurveda or our tradition. What we are doing? Oh, there is they says that oats are very good, or some cereals are very good, or you eat raw vegetables, or salad is very good, right? Now, from where it is coming? आपके दादाओं को पूछो तो कहेंगे कि सलाड तो हम खाते ही थे, नहीं खाते थे. गुजराती वो समझते हैं ना, जो उनको कहूंगा कि सलाड इज अ सलाड चाहिए. You know, in Gujarati, what is the meaning of the salad? No, salad is English word. In Gujarati, salad. No. Still you're not getting my point. Salad થઈ ગયું છે. You don't know? Salad means something फंस गया, कुछ गड़बड़ हो गई. हम नहीं कहते कि सलाड थ्यू. In Gujarati they says. Right? So that is वो शायद हो सकता है लेक्चर के बाद समझ में आएगा वो सलाड. So salad is a salad in Gujarati. Means raw vegetable is not meant for us, for our intestine. It is heavy to digest. One should not eat. And ये minerals वाला जो चक्कर है ना, उस चक्करों में मत पड़ो. Whatever you are, आपकी जो whatever traditional diet you are having, it gives all the minerals and vitamins and everything to you. Don't bother at all about that. That raw vegetable is very heavy to digest. जिसका अग्नि means digestion power is very strong, he can have. In our tradition, if you will give in that salad, how they will give? Your mom what will do? थोड़ा सा छौंक लगाएंगे, right? है ना, तड़का लगाएंगे. तड़का लगा के you will eat it. Then what happened? They made it lighter. थोड़ा heat दिया, थोड़ा lighter हुआ. Added some oil. You know, for your digestion, the oil or ghee is very important. Means any kind of good kind of fat. हमारी जो fat थी, Indian fats, particularly the oil and ghee, were very good. But ये cholesterol वाला जो story चला, and then everybody is afraid. It is a totally different story. फिर again मुझे एक घंटा चाहिए उस पे बोलने के लिए. But need not to afraid with the ghee and oil, particularly your mungfali, means groundnut oil or sesame oil or whatever your traditional. I don't go for kapasya. Oh, it's not from the Ayurveda, right? But sesame oil or groundnut oil, fine, no issue, won't create any problem. Ghee, you have to decide that if you get the cow ghee traditionally made, that is the best thing. If you are not getting another way also, it's okay. But that is not going to harm. Of course, ati sarvatra varjayat. Everything, even you do excess in anything, whatever is good even to you, you do excess in that, it is harmful to you. So that should be avoided. But if you take in the moderation, it's not going to harm. Rather, it is necessary for your good digestion to produce the enzymes to run your system. So health, diet is very important pillar. If it is disturbed, you are going to get disease. Another is a sleep. Up to the last 2 decades, nobody was bothering about the sleep. And of course, मोबाइल नहीं थे, कंप्यूटर नहीं था, घर में टीवी में मूवीज नहीं आते थे, and so there was less issues with the sleep, right? Now एक सीरियल चालू हुआ, खाते खाते 9:30 को 10 को सीरियल में इंटरेस्ट पड़ गया तो 12 तो कहाँ बज गए पता नहीं चला. And then realize that tomorrow morning I have to get up at 6. And so the insomnia problem starts. And many issues are there. So sleep is the very important pillar. If you don't have a good sleep, it will trigger your epigenetics and you may end in many things, right? आयुर्वेद के हिसाब से जिसको कहते हैं सिंपल, इट विल इंक्रीज द वात. आप 2 दिन नहीं सोएंगे, आपको ऐसा लगेगा कि जैसे माइंड इज नॉट फंक्शनिंग वेल, राइट? जैसे कुछ नशा कर लिया हो ऐसा लगेगा. सो you don't have a control over your mind. So sleep is very important. It disturbs your metabolism. It disturbs your routine function. If happening regularly to you, you are going to get trouble. Then abstinence, brahmacharya. I won't say abstinence. Brahmacharya is not abstinence. Abstinence means devoid of the sex. No. Brahmacharya is something else. You have heard about the Sigmund Freud? Sigmund Freud used to say that behind all the action in your life, there is a sex. Sexuality or sex, right? It is very important component of your life, and in the moderation with logic, if it is done regularly in the proper way, it is a pillar. How it is? Again, मैं जस्ट आपको ग्लिम्स दे रहा हूं, फिर उसके लिए टाइम चाहिए. सो these are the 3 pillars. Any of this pillar is disturbed, you are going to get disease. Then these are the 3 factors, base factors, that kala, artha, karma. Kal means season. If it is inadequate, improper or excess, means heen, mithya or ati, then there will be issue. Right now, the season, what is the mithya season? Mithya means right now it should be raining, but there is a lot of heat. बहुत टेम्परेचर होने लगता है और ताप गिरने लगता है. Then it is a mithya season. In winter there is no cold and it is hot. That is a mithya season. This kind of the things happens what is not supposed to be in normal way. Or suppose rain, but excessive rain, right? Or there is no rain, that is ati, right? So जो होना चाहिए वो नहीं होता, वो मिथ्या है. Excess is ati. If anything of this will happen, will have an impact on your body, because it will have impact on your biological clock. Your body will try to cope with that, and if you are not able to cope, your diet is not good, you are not taking good sleep, and if there is a thoda sa derailment hua, you will get disease. So that is the impact of the season. Then earth, object of the sense, right? Means आप जो भी परसीव कर रहे हैं उसमें अगर आपने अति किया, कुछ भी सेंसेस का दुरुपयोग, मीन्स अतियोग ऑफ स्वादेंद्रिय, अतियोग ऑफ स्पर्शेंद्रिय, अतियोग ऑफ एनी, मीन्स कोई भी आपका वाकेंद्रिय, बहुत बोल करते हैं या बोलते ही नहीं है, बहुत टेस्टी खाना खाते हैं या एकदम बिना टेस्टलेस खाते हैं, कुछ भी. सो इफ यू डू एनी ऑफ द बैलेंस आपने जहां गवाया, देयर विल बी इशू. एंड कर्म, उसमें भी सब में अति, मिथ्या एंड हीन, ये लगा लेना. नहीं कर रहे हैं, ज्यादा कर रहे हैं, अलग ही कर रहे हैं. देन आई थिंक मैं within 10 minutes I will sum up. Unique concepts of Ayurveda: Panchkarma, Rasayana, Vajikarana, physical, mental, spiritual balancing approach for treatment and prevention of health, concepts and principle of Agni, and concepts of Ama. Panchkarma you have heard, right? आगे उसके बारे में बोलेंगे, रसायन भी बाद में बोलूंगा. Concepts of principles of Agni. Agni means metabolism. What is your digestive power? That is Agni. And concept of Ama. If you have heard Ama word, no. Ama is a word, means you can say kacha. in common language, if I'll say something unripe, right? Not there are metabolic. Suppose I will give one example. If you take banana, right? What will be the final product in your body from the banana? Glucose, right? It's a carbohydrate. Will digest it and it will convert it into glucose. Now your body knows how to absorb the glucose and what to do. Rest of the thing will be removed. But something happened. Your agni is not good. Your metabolism is not good. Your digestive power is not good. That banana will want converted into glucose. Somewhere that chain will be discontinued, and that mediocre substance, mediocre metabolites will run in your blood, in your body, or in your tissues, and they will store somewhere, and then in the longer time they will create issue because they are not meant to be there in that form. So that is called ama, that is block your channels and creates lots of problem, creates a disease. And if you improve the agni, if you improve the metabolism, again that system where the chain was blocked will start again, and then you will come to normalcy. And that's why that fasting is important. When you do fasting, this ama has been created, it will be digested. That will improve your metabolism and you will again get healthy. So every 15 days, if you go for a fasting, you will never get disease. You will never land in the, metabolic disorders if you follow the fasting. But real sense fasting, wo parali petis kha ke nahi. And then concept of disease origin in Ayurveda, actually, your agni, your metabolism is damaged, and then the agni means your appetite is lowered. आपने सलाड ज़्यादा खा लिया या ऐसा कुछ खाया ज़्यादा तो आपका अग्नि कम होगा, then metabolism will disturb, it will be transformed with the disease और आपको disease होगा. There are six stages: संचय, प्रकोप, प्रसर, स्थान संश्रय, व्यक्ति and भेद of the disease. Sanchay means accumulation. I explain in the term of the bacteria. Suppose you get the infection of some bacteria, right? It's called sanchay. It's entered in your body. Right now, 50 hai, 100 hai, not able to do anything. Sanchay. Then later on, they got good environment in your body. They multiplied, that is prakop. Then after multiplication, prasar, they will start to spread in the body. That is third stage. After spreading, where there is a problem, they will accumulate. That is called sthan sansraya. So at some place they will attack or accumulate. That is called sthan sansraya. Up to this fourth stage, you won't get any signs or symptoms of the disease, right? You will feel that something is wrong with me. I'm not fine because something is going inside. But you won't feel that you are diseased. There will be no signs and symptoms. In the laboratory also nothing will come. Then comes Vyakti, means appearance. Where whatever organ they have to damage, whatever the action they have to do, they started and you got diarrhea all of a sudden. That is Vyakti. And that the disease comes. And if you don't control that diarrhea, then there will be complications. These are the 6 stages, Ayurveda says. But in the modern science, these stages are not there. So if you stop the disease with chaya, prakop or prasar, you will never get disease. So आपको थोड़ा सा गड़बड़ पता लगता है ना कि something is not good with me, retrospectively देख लो, ठीक से सोए हो, खाने में कुछ गड़बड़ किया है या आपका रूटीन में कुछ गड़बड़ हुआ है, what is correct it, you won't get disease. अगर आपने उस पर नहीं सुना So then you will land in the disease. Body has a nature to maintain the homeostasis. If you facilitate, body will maintain it automatically. If you don't facilitate, फिर वो छोड़ देगा कि यार ये समझता नहीं है, जाने दो, जो होना है होए, मैं क्या करूं. So you control the disease if you understand your body. That something is, of course, everybody has a sense. अगर हम अपने शरीर में देखते हैं तो हमको पता तो चलता है कि कुछ गड़बड़ है. इफ यू लिसन, इवन हम खाते हैं पीते हैं तब भी समझ में आता है कि ये नहीं करना चाहिए. सो how to treat the disease, that Yukti Vapashray, Satvavjay and Daivapashray. Yukti Vapashray means, Yukti means, by different combination and permutation. आप युक्ति लगाते हैं, करते हैं उसको. Food and medicine. Satvavjay, control your mind, that is winning the mind, and spiritual, Daivapashray. In certain conditions, suppose madam was showing a picture of leukoderma. Now Charak says that leukoderma you cannot treat always. You will get the result in leukoderma usually, but if dive of the patient means his karma are not good, whatever treatment you give, you won't get the result. And that is reality, because I treat leukoderma patient very successfully, but some of the patient, whatever you do, is you're not going to, maybe you can say it is a genetical problem or whatever you define, but that is reality. So Devapashray Chikitsa is very important in many points. Still science has not reached up to that level, and we also not believe in that. But have you seen the Oppenheimer? Any of you? Oppenheimer, at least science student ने तो देखना चाहिए जाके, right? So Oppenheimer, from where he got that idea? Do you remember? वो गीता की और विष्णु पुराण की बात करता है, याद है? He was getting the inspiration from the Vishnu Puran about that atomic theory and all those things. So I was talking about the Devapashray. That is the reality. It is not like that कोई theories है. So there is a Yukti Vapashray, that means routine medicine. Then the elimination and purification, that is Shodhan, that is known as Panchkarma, to remove the doshas from the body, and control of the disease by medicine. Ayurved says that जैसे ये in the bottle, if you keep the water for 8 days, 9 days, 10 days, there will be some sediments. Even it's a clean, purest water. Then you have to remove it. Like that, in our body also, some doshas, some metabolites gets together, accumulate, and that they creates a problem. So it is important to remove them periodically. That is known as Panchakarma. So Vamana should be done. Vaman means ulti karwana. It should be done in the March and April. The Virechan means purgation. It should be done in the September, October, this Rutu, Sharad Rutu. Then the Basti in the July and August, Nasya. Every day should be done. And Rakta Moksha means bloodletting by leech or any meaning. That should be also done in the Sharad Rutu. It's Vat Pitta Kapha. Actually, in the Vasant Rutu, there is a aggravation of Kapha. In Sharad Rutu, there is aggravation of Pitta. And there is Varsha Rutu, there is aggravation of Vata. So this, if you remove this dosha in those seasons, you won't get disease. These are the Panchkarma. This is Vaman, and then Virechan, Basti, Nasya. And very important, Panchkarma is very effective. Actually, it works on the microbiomes. With the Institute of Liver and Biliary Sciences in Delhi, we are working on that. Then with Virechan, there are early trend shows that after Virechan, in your intestine, 0 gut microbiomes. That means you are going to get new set. That you know very well that all your functions governed by the microbiomes, right? And this Panchkarma has an impact. Massage. In your 1 square inch of your skin, you have more than 400 types of microbiomes. When you do the massage, there is important which oil you are using, how you are doing massage, all have an impact on the microbiomes. So this all panchkarma is about impact on the microbiome. If it is done classically, it will have a very good results, particularly in the autoimmune disorders and all the neurodegenerative disorders is really good. These are the scientific studies by Deepak Chopra and all, that panchkarma is very scientific. I am not going in the detail. I am talking about rasayana. Rasayana is not a chemical, it's a treatment. If you are taking everyday milk is rasayana, but cow milk and A2. A2, A1, I think you know. Do you know about the A2 and A1 milk? No idea? Actually, the cow, that Jersey cow or hybrid cows, that milk is A1 milk. Where you are your Gir Gai or your original breeds, they have A2 milk, and A1 milk damages your DNA and all those things, and it has very bad effects. All those things. Where A2 milk is rejuvenating, is rasayan. It gives you longevity. There are many things are involved, but we don't have time. So rasayan, you heard have Chavanprash or Amla or Ashwagandha and Guduchi. All are rasayana drugs, means provides you longevity. You can go through the paper of the Dr. Lakhotia from the BHU. He had done experiment on the Drosophila. And in Drosophila, actually, life of the Drosophila is 35 to 45 days. And the Amlaki Rasayan and another drug was given to the Drosophila, and a lifespan was expanded, means up to 60-65 days. Means 20 days more the Drosophila lived after the Rasayan treatment. So it has a very good impacts. It is a cell proliferator, nutrient supplement, immunomodulation, antioxidant, metabolic corrector, geriatric medicine, functional capacity enhancer. If you take, if जो बुद्धिजीवी वर्ग हैं, intellectual people should have a ghee every day, at least 1 tablespoon. It is very good for your mental health and to become free from the stress. Scope of the rasayan, I won't go into detail. Retards the process of aging, increase the lifespan, provides an increasing intelligence, provides strength, enables person to prevent the disease. Then these are the code of conducts that also have impacts on your body, but I won't go into detail. Truthfulness, free from anger, devoid of use of alcohol, not indulging in violence, and so on. Very little discussion about the fallacies. These were the facts of the Ayurveda. Now fallacies. There are certain notions, wrong notion, that, Ayurveda is a mystical science. I already explained. It is not like that somebody sat under the tree and written it. It is scientific, derived from the experience and clinical researches. Then Ayurveda is illogical. Everything is logical in there. If you read it, as I said, if you will read the Charak Samhita, you will wonder. And Ayurveda is not only herbal. Herbs are not Ayurveda all the time. It's a herbo-mineral and many things. And mainly in Ayurveda, treatment is not about the drug. Drug is the last thing, as I said. Do's and don'ts, your lifestyle change and drug. Everything comes together and then it is Ayurvedic treatment. All Ayurvedic drugs are unpleasant in taste and hard to prepare. No, it is not reality. Panchkarma means only olation and sudation. Usually Panchkarma people know that Shirodhara, there is a picture. And that is, it's not only Panchkarma. Panchkarma, as I said, Purgation, Virechan, Basti, Nasya, all 5 karmas are Panchkarma. Ayurvedic doctors didn't use the X-ray, USG, CT scan. This is science. This has nothing to do with the pathy. Then Rasausadhis has many side effects. Rasausadhi, you have heard the name word? No. Or medicines with the minerals. Even Ayurveda use mercurials and leads. But it is, it's called bhasma, and it is from the inorganic to they convert into the organic, and there is a purification, and there is a certain period कि आप 15 दिन दे सकते हैं, 1 महीना दे सकते हैं, या इतना दे सकते हैं, उससे ज़्यादा नहीं दे सकते. So if you follow those rules and proper purification is done, it is very useful, effective, and there is no harm. There are many studies. Ayurvedic drugs didn't have any side effects. This is a big myth. जिसका न्यूटन प्रिंसिपल इज ऑलवेज देयर, इफेक्ट है तो उसका साइड इफेक्ट भी है. एक एक्शन का इक्वल रिएक्शन भी होगा इफ इज नॉट यूज प्रॉपरली. आयुर्वेदिक ड्रग शोज रिजल्ट ऑन लॉन्ग टर्म यूज. नो, इमीडिएट. अभी मैंने आपको दिया मेडिसिन और इमीडिएट आप खड़े हो गए, ऐसे ड्रग्स भी हैं. एंड देन आयुर्वेदिक ड्रग्स डिडंट हैव एन एक्सपायरी. एवरीथिंग हैज एक्सपायरी ऑन दिस अर्थ, राइट? Then Ayurvedic physician is one who diagnose on the basis of nadi examination. This is very, ये बहुत बड़ा मीथ है. ये पकड़ के बता दिया मेरे को कि आपको तो ये है, आपने कल टमाटर खाया था. अरे भाई, फ्रॉम दिस हाउ यू विल कम टू नो दैट टमाटर खाया था? ये तो बोलेगा नहीं कि टमाटर खाया था. बट यू नो, इफ यू आर अ गुड जज, सम डू माल प्रैक्टिस कि आपको देख के या आपके सराउंडिंग जान के देखें. जैसे ज्योतिषी बताते हैं कि आपको आपकी कुंडली बताती है कि आपके घर में आपको कोई समझता नहीं है. अब ये मैं कभी गलती नहीं हो सकता, हर एक को पूछो वो कहेगा हाँ यार मेरे को इतना समझते नहीं है. So this kind of things I can means anybody can use, you know. तो Ayurveda can treat any disease at any stage. कहीं ठीक नहीं हो रहा है, आयुर्वेद में चले जाओ. No, even Ayurveda says that there are diseases that cannot be cured. There are the stages of the disease that cannot be cured. So it's a most oldest, mother of all ancient medicine, complete system of human care, longest history of practice, highly personalized, simple and easy to practice and adapt. World is looking toward an integrative medicine approach. P4, as I said, it is already in Ayurveda. Ayurveda is the best, easiest and cheapest method. It aids on quality of life, health, balance and well-being. And lastly, providing sword and shield fight in the disease. Sword and shield. In allopathy, they have always attack. वायरस है या बैक्टीरिया है, लड़ो उसके अगेंस्ट. एंटीबायोटिक, everything is anti-hypertensive, anti-allergic, anti this and anti that. But that is a sword. But they don't have a shield. Wherever require Ayurveda, जहाँ anti चाहिए वहाँ anti भी है. They provide the shield. पहले तो डिफेंस करो. अगर नहीं बात बनती है डिफेंस में, then use the sword. सीधा तलवार लेके मत उतर जाओ. If you will do that thing, you will damage many things, right? So that both Ayurveda is having, and it's a very beautiful science of the health. This is the final slide. You know, in the 2020 BC, before Christ, a quick history of medicine. Somebody will get disease. He will go to the doctor. He will say, take this herb. You will, be healthy, and you will be fine. Your disease will get cured. 700 AD means in 7th century, if the patient will go to the doctor, he'll say that root is okay, you take that root, you take that herb, but do the prayer with that, because at that time churches and all the religions were in the power. Then in the 18th century, if a person will go to the doctor, he'll say, no, prayer is a superstition. तब तक science developed on the name of the science आना शुरू हो चुका था. He'll say that prayer is a superstition. Sip this potion, mixtures. It was the time of the mixture, different mixtures. So they will give the mixture. Then in 1940, if you will go to the doctor, that potion is a snack juice. Swallow this pill. तब तक pill आ गए थे. Tablets, ये ले लो, ये लेटेस्ट है. Then this is the last slide. And then this 1988, the pill is ineffective. Antibiotic आ चुके थे. वो पिल काम नहीं करे, एंटीबायोटिक ले लो. And now in the 20th century, oh, that antibiotic is artificial. Here, chew this root. So, cycle completes. Again, we are back to our roots, and we have to be proud of it. You know, and if we believe it, मैं एक सिंपल लास्ट बात कह के अपनी बात पूरा करूंगा. आयुर्वेद में बहुत सारे हर्ब्स के प्रॉपर्टीज कहे हैं. आपको पता है ना, आप गर्मियों में सौंफ का शरबत पीते हैं. वाई? ठंडा होता है. अच्छा, आप हल्दी बहुत खाएंगे तो क्या होगा? गर्म पड़ेगा. ये कहां से आया? ये ठंडा और गर्म क्या है? कहां से आया? इफ यू विल आस्क टू सम वेस्टर्न डॉक्टर, ये सौंफ ठंडा होता है या हल्दी गर्म होता है, कैसे होगा? In Ayurveda, all the drugs and all the substances, eatables, whatever are using, they have described the properties. ये आपको क्या करेगा खाने के किस डाइजेशन के स्टेज पे. And still the science has not developed at that level that we can identify कि उस डाइजेशन के स्टेज पे उसका क्या होता है. So that is the beauty of Ayurveda. How they derived it, I don't know, but that is the reality. And so we need to evolve all these principles, and I wish that some of you come forward and take one principle or take one challenge, and if you can do something, noble is yours. वो एकादशी के उपवास को मिल सकता है, या हमारे बायोलॉजिकल क्लॉक के लिए नोबल मिल सकता है. वाई यू कैन नॉट? We are not scientists, we are physicians, but you can do it. So, with those words, J.B. Thompson has said that science fishes in the sea of the reality with the particular kind of nets called scientific methods. And there may be the much in the sea which the masses of scientific net cannot catch. And that is the reality with our sciences. Still, science has not developed at that level that it can explain everything. And if you don't can explain, that doesn't mean that it's not existing, right? Thank you very much.